what's up? We back. Another episode of the Biblical Blueprint. It's your boy Reylo. We got a lot to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying? You already know what we doing. Chapter by chapter, verse by verse, we going through the Bible, man. And we got to prove to you that this is the best book for life and business. All right, today we're talking about deception and destiny. So again, we're talking about deception and destiny. You know, we're in Genesis chapter 27. And this is a pretty famous Bible study story, you know what I'm saying? If you've been to church or been in a Bible study, Bible study, church, or even, you know what I'm saying, Sunday school, you know what I'm saying, you have heard about this story. We're talking about the story of Jacob stealing Esau's blessing. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and let's start it off with a little prayer. Lord, thank you so much for bringing us here today. Thank you for giving me this chance to share this story with the people who are viewing it. I hope it blesses everybody. I hope it blesses me. And please help me and give me the words to properly explain your word. Thank you so much. All right, man. So deception and destiny, right? We're going to go ahead. We're going to listen to Genesis chapter 27, and let's talk about it after we see this. All right, come on, let's go ahead and get into it.
In Genesis 27, 1-46 ERV,
as he aged, Isaac's vision deteriorated to the point that he was unable to see well. "Son," he cried to his oldest son Esau one day. "Here I am," replied Esau. "I am old," Isaac remarked. "I might be dying shortly, so go hunting with your bow and arrows. For me to eat, kill an animal. Make the cuisine I enjoy. I'll eat it if you bring it to me. Then, before I pass away, I will bless you." Esau then went hunting.
Isaac told his son Esau this while Rebekah was listening. "Listen, I heard your father talking to your brother Esau," Rebekah told her son Jacob. "Kill an animal for me to eat," your father remarked. "I'll eat whatever you prepare for me. Then, before I pass away, I will bless you with the evidence of the Lord. So pay attention, kid, and follow my instructions. Bring me 2 young goats from our goats. The way your father loves them, I will prepare them. Your father will then bless you before he passes away after you bring him the food." "But my brother Esau is a hairy man," Jacob said to his mother Rebekah. "I'm not as hairy as he is. My father will be able to tell that I am not Esau if he touches me. Because I attempted to deceive him, he will then curse me rather than bless me."
Therefore, Rebekah told him, "If there is trouble, I will take the blame. Follow my instructions. Get the goats for me, please." In order to bring the 2 goats to his mother, Jacob went out and collected them. Isaac adored the unique manner his mother prepared the goats. The clothing that her older son Esau enjoyed wearing was then taken by Rebekah. She dressed her younger son Jacob in these garments. Jacob's hands and neck were covered with goat skins that she had taken. After that, she brought Jacob the lunch she had prepared.
"Father," Jacob said as he approached his father. "Yes, son," was his father's response. "Who are you?" "I am Esau, your first son," Jacob said to his father. "I followed your instructions. I hunted animals for you. Now sit up and consume the flesh. You can then bless me."
"How have you hunted and killed the animals so quickly?" Isaac asked his son. "Because the Lord your God allowed me to find the animals quickly," Jacob said. "Come close to me so that I can feel you, my son," Isaac then urged to Jacob. "I shall be able to tell whether you are indeed my son Esau, if I can sense you." Jacob then went to his father, Isaac. "Your arms are hairy like Esau's arms, but your voice sounds like Jacob's," Isaac remarked, sensing his presence. Because Jacob's arms were as hairy as Esau's, Isaac was unaware that it was Jacob. Jacob was thus blessed by Isaac. "Are you really my son Esau?" "Yes, I am. Bring the food to me. I'll bless you and eat it." He ate the food and drank the wine. "Come close and give me a kiss, son." Jacob went to give his father a kiss. "My son smells like the fields the Lord has blessed. May God bless you with wine, abundant grain, and plenty of rain. Nations will serve you, your brothers will bow. Whoever curses you will be cursed. Whoever blesses you will be blessed." Jacob was fully blessed by Isaac.
"I am your son, father. I killed the animals for you. Get up and eat the meat. You can then bless me."
"Who are you?" "I am your son, your first son, Esau." "So who prepared and brought me food before you arrived?" "I blessed him after eating it all. It's too late to revoke my blessing now."
"Then bless me also, father. His name is Jacob. That's the appropriate name for him. I've been duped twice by him. My privileges as the eldest son were taken away by him, and he has now revoked my blessing. Have you saved any blessing for me?"
"I have already granted Jacob the authority to govern you. I also mentioned that all of his brothers would serve him. I have blessed him with plenty of wine and grain. My kid, there is nothing left to offer you."
"Papa, do you have a single blessing?" "Father, please bless me too. You will not live on good land. It won't rain much for you. You will be your brother's slave and will have to struggle to survive. However, you will escape his influence when you struggle for your freedom."
Listen, your brother Esau is planning to kill you. So follow my instructions, son. Laban, my brother, resides in Haran. Go hide with him. Spend some time with him till your brother's anger subsides. I'll send a servant to bring you back once your brother has forgotten what you did to him. I don't want to lose both of my sons on the same day. Your son Esau married Hittite women. Since they are not our people, I am quite upset about this. If Jacob marries one of these women, I will have nothing left to live for."
In Genesis 27, 1-46 ERV,
Genesis chapter 27. We see a lot that's going on here. You know what I'm saying? We're hearing that Jacob done fooled Isaac and took Esau's blessing. Now, when you read this, chapter, and you hear everything, you're trying to process everything, you're kind of thinking in today's terms, right? Today, when there's blessing and there's transfers, there's paperwork, there's things written down. It's not something just verbal. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, during this time, everything was really, really big on giving things to the firstborn. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much you made a command. Excuse me. Pretty much you made a command. People followed that command. We already know that it's supposed to really go to the firstborn. But, we find out that Rebecca and Isaac are really displeased by the people that Esau married. One of the things that I want to also really talk about, as far as life is concerned, because, you can view this from a lot of viewpoints, but that is really like what it really boils down to. And you kind of hear Rebecca talk about why she made these actions. Again, she didn't necessarily have to make these actions, because if these blessings are supposed to go to Isaac, and remember, this is a part of Isaac, Jacob, and Esau are all a part of the lineage of Abraham. This is all a part of the blessings from Abraham. Pretty much Esau was supposed to inherit not only the things that his father enhanced with the blessing from his father, but he's getting things that's coming from his grandfather. So going back to what I was saying, Rebecca is kind of thrown off by this thing because she don't like who Esau married. Now, my life advice, right? know what I'm saying? Because this is where it all stems from. Understand that there's deception in this. Understand that she's doing something hasty instead of just letting God correct whatever action has happened. But as a man, you have to be conscious of who you marry and bring into your family. If these are people that your parents don't approve of, it's always going to be problems. And I understand certain parents can be difficult when it comes to the person that you love, but is the person that you love worth your blessing and destiny? You know, is it worth your blessing and destiny? Pretty much, she didn't like these women so much to where she dressed up her younger son just like the older son to make sure that the younger son get the blessing, because she don't want these women having no parts of what is about to be given to Esau, because Isaac is about to pass away. You know, it's that serious. I just seen this thing in life. I really, you know, this ties into something that just happened to me. Well, not happened to me, but something I heard where, you know, I was on the phone with somebody that I truly respect, a woman I truly respect, right? And, you know, I feel like she only told me this before I can bring this and relay this in this message, right? You know, she had told me that her son and her grandkids and her son's wife are all living in a homeless shelter. And I'm listening to her. I'm like, you know, I know, you know, what's going on. I'm like, how are they living in a homeless shelter? You got a big old house. Like, what's going on? And she talked about how, you know, her son's wife, you know, she got into it with her son's wife, and she tried to make things work, but her son's wife was very, 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 very difficult, I would say. I'm not going to go too deep into all the scenarios, right? And, you know, you can say, oh, I'm just listening from one side. You know, it doesn't really matter. If somebody that you're bringing to your mother cause any type of problems, regardless if it was real, if it's irrational or anything, these problems are going to cause a rift. And it's when you have a rift in your family, it makes it to where it creates dysfunction. It creates it to where you're not going to move it as a unit. And it is sad when I heard this story, because it's like I know her and her son used to be very, very, very close. And it was like, you let this woman make it to where now the grandkids have to suffer. You know, you have to suffer all over this woman. And it was like, it just kind of shows where it's just like, man, you know, it pays to really, really, really vet people before, you know, you start having kids with people. You know, you don't want to have scenarios where, you know, you meet parents, you know, after you have kids, or, you know, bonding, you know, having your wife bond with your mother after you've had kids or after you've married, or, you know what I'm saying? Because in this situation, it's just heartbreaking to hear, especially where this is a true woman of God, where it's like her son and grandkids cannot live in the house because she does not get along with her son's wife. It's not worth it, you know. And I encourage you, because, you know, you want to vet the people that you love and make sure that they're a great fit. It's like a puzzle. It is like a puzzle when you're putting together a perfect family. The pieces gotta fit. And a lot of times you may love that person, or that person is just attractive to you. Just, you know, it just attracts. You know what I'm saying? I remember a lot of times there are women that I'm just attracted to, or just gets me, or I'm able to have certain communication with them. But a lot of times these women would not fit into the family picture that I have. The woman that I have right now fits into that family picture. She fits perfectly. And I have to do everything to where I don't break this puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Or put a piece that just doesn't fit trying to make things work. Because things will pretty much down the line be affected. And you see, this is where, going back to our original story, where Isaac, Rebecca, and Jacob, and Isaac, you know, his own mother, Esau's own mother, came up with a deceptive plan to make sure that he didn't get his blessing. Because, and you can just say it was over the women, but at the end of the day, it's over the judgment. Why would you bring these women that we don't like? At the end of the day, like I was saying, it's a puzzle. You bringing people into the puzzle that don't fit. It is what it is. You know, your destiny can be affected by the choices that you make. And always remember, the choices that you make will affect your destiny. And you can see where it was just like it was affected with Esau. You know, going on into business, right? You know, we talked about the puzzle piece, right? Now, we're not about to just let Jacob get away with this, right? Because, you know, at the end of the day, he's doing things where he should have really put it in God's hands. He's being hasty. Of course, he was just listening to his mother, but starting things based on deception will never work. I got a nice little business story to tell you about this. Just always, and just even in life, just in general, being deceptive, it would never work. You know what I'm saying? In relationships, it would never work. You know what I'm saying? In life in general, it would just never work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to talk about business because I have a very great case study that just happened this week, where literally somebody who had a business took my girlfriend's FedEx numbers and started sending packages with her FedEx number. And it was crazy when I was watching this. She's telling me the story because looking through the FedEx account, you know, now FedEx is a lot more advanced than what it used to be when I know. You can go, you can actually see the packages, where the package was delivered to. You can kind of see, you can't see what's in the package, but you see the doors that the package is delivered to. You can see the name who actually sent the packages and everything. Pretty much this person was just running it up and sending packages using my girlfriend's number, to where that's just not a good way to start a business at all. At the end of the day, I'm not here to judge or be the executioner on this, but I can tell you right now, just starting off your business like that, and you were using FedEx, and as soon as they find out who you were, more than likely you're not going to be able to ship like that no more with this company. And they'll probably find ways to where even if you try to get around it, they'll make it hard for you to get around it just because you started off in the deceptive manner. Deception always affect things. Going back to our story about Jacob and Esau, you can see, like, as soon as he did this deceptive thing, and of course, like, Isaac told Esau, like, well, I ain't got no more blessing. Where it's just like, I don't know why this blessing couldn't just be given, but, you know, more likely it was a prayer or certain supernatural power. I don't know. I can't really explain it. He couldn't give the blessing back, pretty much. And it made Esau so mad to where he was ready to kill his own brother. Very, 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 very sad. You know, because of deception, it created a whole rip in the whole family now. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, of course they got past the whole birthright situation. You know what I'm saying? Got past that whole birthright situation to where they get to this point, and now it's just like gloves are off. Esau ready to kill his brother, and he has to go into hiding. I can only imagine having to hide from my brother because he's about to kill him. It's sad what deception brings. And a lot of times I can just tell you, if you have to be deceptive about it, it's more likely you shouldn't do it. You want to be upfront with things. A lot of times being deceptive means that this isn't really for you. I want to thank you for, hearing me, talk. My goal is to give you life case studies and business case studies where you can kind of apply this to your life and to your business, making sure that you keep the Bible in your life. You know what I'm saying? This is not just a book for people to come and just read little quotes to you. These are whole entire stories. We want to read the Bible all the way through, like it's any other book, as if it's any other trilogy or anthology. Read it all the way through and let it become the foundation and the blueprint to whatever you are trying to build, whether it's a family, a business, or just a new way of life. Thank you so much, man. I can't wait to see you in the next video.